Oh man, come on.
This
De-
group right here, y'all got 30 minutes,
Deontay,
okay?
So much, brother.
Deontay, this whole week it sounded like a college recruitment. For this whole week, you had so many networks go after you. Was that? Can you relate that experience like in basketball terms?
Yeah, it was an amazing feeling, you know. But some of these things, like it ain't no surprise. You know, it may be surprise to a lot of other people, but it's no surprise to me, no surprise to my team. Like I said, we know who we are, we know who we represent, we know what we stand for, we know our worth in this sport. I know I'm the most exciting heavyweight in the heavyweight division. I'm probably the most exciting fighter in all of boxing. Period. Because of what I do, because of how I speak and how I deliver, and it comes true. I'm the realest champion. I touch the people. People can relate to me all over.
There was a special comment by Max Kellerman saying that yourself, Joshua, and Tyson Fury bring excitement and that the heavyweight boxing is truly back. Can you just compare and contrast your era of heavyweight boxing to the past?
Well, I can't really differentiate the two, because I'm a young, you know what I'm saying? I come from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It's built all about football and basketball there. You know, my mindset wasn't on too many fights and stuff. I seen few fights, but I can't really say speak up on how it was back in the day. You had to get someone like older than I to really determine the two. Someone like Shelly, you know what I mean? I can only go off of what I've experienced and trying to do in this sport now, and can look back on, you know, the previous fights of old school fighters. But I could never just tell you how the atmosphere, how it really was and stuff like that, because people always, shit, years later, maybe 10 years later, they probably say this was the best, that the heavyweight have ever offered. And, it's all opinions at the end of the day.
From a scale from 1 to 10, how close were you to join the zone if there was any consideration, Mr. Wilder?
Man,
Well, let me answer a little.
answer that one.
We went together. We wanted to hear what they had to say. They made a very substantial offer. But at this point in his career, what he has accepted to go forward was better and better for him.
Do you believe they were acting in good faith by making the offer that they're genuinely interested in getting Deontay to come over?
Yes, but we also feel when Deontay knocks Joshua out, we want millions and millions of people to see it. And at this point, the zone doesn't have that.
Deontay, that was some real energy.
Say I had 20 goons. Damn, that looks good. That sounds good. I had 20 people behind me.
I never seen you with 20.
Man, nobody ever. That's the thing about it. No one ever, and you never will. If it's a fight, it's obvious. Like, last time, only time I ever seen a hell of a lot of people follow me is when I knocked Stavern out and I was going to the press conference, a post-press conference. And I'm looking back, I'm like, dang, this looks like a Martin Luther King movement. That's the only time. Other than that, I don't need an entourage. That's why people love me now. I'm very reachable. I'm very touchable. And one thing about it, I can defend myself. I'm a very special person. People don't understand what they're witnessing, but they will years later. So this situation is intensified because of the story, the narrative that he tried to paint for me, because they didn't even know what their children was to begin with, and he could have lost his life that night. I want him to know how serious that was to be coming in someone's city. Like, when people love you, people love me all over the world. I have so much power and people don't understand. If I was a negative person, a bad person, man, it wouldn't be good, because I have so much power and I know it.
So with that Stavern
Oh,
fight,
shit.
you took him out in a round. So with this fight, it being more intensified, trying to do the same thing all over again.
Oh, most definitely, but in a devastating fashion, a more devastating fashion. I want him to seize uh, what's Lahovich. There you go, Sergey Lahovich. I want him to twitch like that. You know, I know he have kids and stuff like that, and I always gonna have a soft spot for kids. I say that's why I say two prayers. Although I say certain things, taking a life and doing,
I
the
understand.
bronze. But at the end of the day, that's why I say two prayers. And I have a team prayer and I have an individual prayer. And my individual prayer is that I want every man, although it seems contradicting, but now I'm speaking from a point of view of Deontay Wilder. That was the bronze bomber. The bronze bomber gonna do what he do when he get in the ring. Ain't nobody gonna be able to stop that. Nobody, not even the law. And that's the beautiful thing about it. But outside of the ring, I want all fighters to get their just due. I want all fighters to make it safe to their family, because I want to do so. I do have a soft heart for children. I don't want people to get that misconstrued about me. It's just the way I am, and you have to accept me for who I am, because I accept you guys for who you are.
Mr. Wilder, what?
One
Well,
last question.
champ, a lot of people like Eddie Hearn and Tyson Fury have tried to undermine your popularity, but you made the ESPN list, and I was at like Spence Garcia in several fights, and you have a mob of people always following you. So how does it feel being a heavyweight, bringing American heavyweight back to the forefront and just really being the people's champ?
I mean, it feels great. You know, it feels real good to be able to get this love now in the time of my career. You know, I'm not going to complain about in the past. You know, I can only you know, go from where I am now, and I'm appreciative to everyone. You know, some people were stubborn, you know, because they knew I was the man, but they just need to see a little bit more. Or sometimes you get to the point where you can't beat them, you might as well join them. And I'm one of those type of people that come on board. It's enough room for everybody, even the ones that criticize. If you change your mind, then come on. You know, we gonna still love you. I know it needs some convincing. I need to convince certain people. Certain people, no matter what I do or what I say, they're gonna hate. And that's okay because they pay the bills too. We need those too. I'm a Libra, so with that being said, I gotta have balance. I gotta have the love and I gotta have the hate, and I know how to handle both of them. I know how to handle it, you know. So it's exciting times for me, and it just let me know that I'm in the right direction. I'm in the right path. The universe is working for me. God is on my side, man, and everything my grandmother said, you know, is coming to pass. You know, God don't make mistakes, and I'm walking in my manifestation. I keep saying, like when I speak, I don't know why people don't believe. I speak the truth. When I speak, I come from the gut of my heart. My mouth is only the translator to what my heart is trying to say, and I display it and I show. So I will be the best heavyweight champion in the world that ever lived. You know what I'm saying? I go in the Hall of Fame right now, whether people want to believe that or not. I go right now, but I got a lot of work to do what I want to do in the sport of boxing. And when I retire in this sport, the heavyweight division, people will say that was the best era that we ever had in our lives. And I will get praise and thanks for that, you know, and I will receive it in a humble way.
Mr. Wilder, words of encouragement for the British fans for making the fight happen with Joshua down the road.
What's that?
Words of encouragement for the British fans knowing that you're in Showtime.
Hey, smoke them out of there.
Okay.
We're going to rotate.